Oh, fuck. That's it. Oh, fuck. So I'm just realizing how fragile your ego is. That shit deflates so quickly. Like, you build it up, you use music, knowledge, maybe you buy it something it wants, and it's like shh. And nothing is permanent. Everything is temporary. So you lift that shit up, and the shit is like a fucking video game or some shit. Like some shit where, like, let's say there was a fucking like disc or something up in the air, and you're boom, boom, boom. You're like shooting that shit, keeping that shit up. Sometimes you even make it fucking go higher and shit. But as soon as you let off the gas or you stop shooting, the shit just starts falling and deflating. So, yeah, you got to keep the gas on this shit. And what I was saying earlier is, I think that's why recovery is so important, because you need to power yourself, or you need to heal so you can push up a little bit higher. So it's like, it's that old saying of take one step back so you could take 2 steps forward. That type of deal. So it's like boom, 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 shh, boom, 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 boom. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 9, 8, 7. Wait. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 type shit. Fuck. And bro, that's so fucking crazy, because I literally just felt like I was tired, and then just by talking about that shit, my fucking energy fucking went up. And that just fucking proves the energy is always there, bro. You can't maintain it, but if you think you're tired, or you're like da da da, there's always something you can talk about, or there's always something you can do to raise your energy. Ideally, you want to find the energy. The energy always comes from within yourself, but ideally you want to activate that energy yourself. You don't want to have to rely on things like music, sugar, caffeine, pre-workout. You don't want to have to rely on those things, but sometimes you have to just fucking unlock that shit. The shit is a full-time job, bro. Your ego is a full-time job, and that shit is fucking fragile, bro. But the more you stay in your ego, the more powerful you become. So there are times where you gotta stay at home, you gotta fucking recover and shit, but always try and do some shit to make you feel like you're growing. That's the cheapest way to engage your ego. But it's weird, because there's some things that you will do to, you're technically growing, but you're not engaging your ego. You're not boosting your ego up. So let's say, I'll say this. Your fucking ego is cheap. No, your ego isn't cheap, but it's what's the word? your ego, and maybe that's just me, but I'm just following where the energy leads. But your ego fucking loves low vibration shit, or quote unquote low vibration shit. I don't think this shit is low vibration, because if something raises you up, then I don't think it's low vibration. So music is high vibe. I'm just gonna say high vibration because those are the things that I think lift you up, but they seem like cheap tricks. So one, music, that shit will uplift you and bring your energy up, and that shit will fucking maintain you. That's one thing that won't fucking dissipate. That shit will fucking hold you, boom, 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 hold you up. Words, also words, using your words, your vocals, that shit will lift you up. There's other shit that technically your ego likes, but while you're doing it, because your ego is fucking lazy, that shit is gonna bring down your mood. So it's like giving something to get something. So cleaning, that shit is fucking servant work. And so while you're doing that shit, and some people enjoy that shit. Some people will be, I wouldn't say people enjoy cleaning, but I will say that the idea of the results from cleaning is what they enjoy. So they're like cleaning, but they're like, man, this is gonna look so clean, da da da. And that's what's kind of making them excited. But I don't say anyone, because I don't want to make big terms like that, but I would say most people don't like cleaning. They clean because they like how a clean house feels. And that shit does affect your energy. And I just realized today, for me, this is not for everyone, this is just for me. I'm trying to lay out my map, and maybe you can use my map and maybe use it towards what you're doing. But going outside is a big source of energy. Just being outside, being in the world, because when you're at home, you're secluding yourself, and you're almost, it's a form of escapism. So you're in your own little world, and it's okay, this is my reality, I'm hiding away from everything, quote unquote. I don't want to make it seem like a bad thing, hiding, but essentially that's what you're doing. I won't say hiding, you're choosing not to participate. Let's say that. You're not hiding, you're just choosing not to participate. But for me, choosing to participate invigorates me with energy. Because being of this world fills me with energy. Because I like shit in this fucking world, bro. I don't really want to go into detail, because I'm gonna say that I don't want to go into detail, but I'm gonna just say I like being of this world. I like being of this world because I like fucking competing. I like fucking competing. I like seeing my competition do, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, we're in this game. But it's like when you're hiding in your house, quote unquote, hiding in your house, it's like you're choosing not to participate in the game. And there's no shame in that. You're just choosing not to participate in the game. I choose to participate in the game, even if you see it as like cheap tricks or cheap items or whatever. I choose to do that because I fucking love, and I realized being in a house, that shit felt like low vibration for me. Like that shit was dragging me down, bro. I don't say dragging me down, because I don't want because I'm very grateful. The shit wasn't dragging me down, but it was not uplifting me. It was not making me want to do things or be more. It was just like, okay. Like now when I'm in the house, I'm in my head. I'm in my head. I'm like, oh, da, 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 da. But when I'm outside, I'm like, okay, we can make shit happen, figure shit out. And you don't think about that shit. That's what it is. When I'm in the house, I'm in my head, bro, because I'm just sitting there. I mean, I could be reading a book, training, but I have bills. When I'm outside, I'm not thinking about any of that shit. I'm just fucking going and getting it, doing what I can. So I definitely think environment makes a difference. And if you have a big ego, I think everyone has a big ego, but if you really want to feed that shit, you want to take up as much territory as possible. So if you have a big ego, having a room is not enough. And not having a house is not enough. Like, you need a whole fucking compound, bro. And within that compound, you have people around you in which you trust. A big family. And I think that's why, you know, people love the lab so much, is because you went there and you felt like you were surrounded by family. And I think that's the ideal thing to do, is to create an atmosphere or create something to where you're showing up and you're like, man, this is us. But at the end of the day, it's like, that's your shit, and that's your shit that you built for everyone else. But at the end of the day, that's your shit.